Hello again, everybody. Steve Politi from the Star-Ledger, joined as always by Tom Luicci, our venerable Rutgers beat writer, once again to preview this week's game, Rutgers versus Syracuse. And Tom, for the second straight week, we're here talking about a loss, which I think neither one of us expected. I certainly didn't. I mean, what's going on with this team now?
Well, there's a lot of different things that are going on. The funny thing is, if maybe if they deliver in the last 2 minutes of both games with the offense, we're looking at a 5-0 team. You know, Greg Schiano's always, one of his favorite things to say is there's a fine line between winning and losing. We've seen that the last 2 weeks, and Rutgers just hasn't found answers. You know, to me, one of the biggest issues I think right now is the special teams. Mm-hmm. They're not getting anything from their special teams. And in the past, they could, when the offense broke down or the defense was struggling, they always got something from the special teams, a block punt, a kickoff return. They've got nothing from the special teams this year.
And I'm still waiting to find that playmaker on defense that they had last year where they would have someone come in and disrupt the big play. The linebacking core has just not been the same. We knew it was going to be a question. I wonder if that has also been a big problem on the end of creating turnovers and havoc and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it has been because there's been an absence of playmakers. I mean, by this time last year, you know, Devron Thompson had made that huge goal line stop at North Carolina. You know, you had the linebackers block a punt. I think it was Frierson blocked one punt against Ohio U. Rankart recovers in the end zone. We haven't seen the linebackers make those kind of game-deciding plays yet, and they really do. And that's why, you know, Greg's talking about a couple of changes at the position this week. I mean, we may see more of Ryan DePiero in the middle and maybe Blair Bynes.
Now, the situation with the passing game, obviously Mike Teal has made critical errors in the last 2 games down the stretch. He's not going anywhere at quarterback, obviously. What has to change in your mind offensively to make him more efficient and to make the team better in those situations?
How much time do you have? First of all, they have to protect him better. Mm-hmm. That's number one. Secondly, they have to get some consistent play at tight end. They're not getting that. It's just, you know, you get spoiled. You have L.J. Smith for 4 years. You have Clark Harris for 4 years. Now you have a tight end by committee, and it's not getting the job done. Third thing is Ray Rice has to be able to run the ball effectively. They've lacked, they've had those things in spurts. They haven't had it all happen in one game so far.
Right. Now we have Syracuse, a team that obviously basement of the Big East does have one victory against Louisville. We're still trying to figure out how that happened. But is this a game that is there any chance they can lose this game, you think, in your mind, or is this you can chalk this up as a W and move on to?
I don't think so. The only unknown variable would be Rutgers is the last 1A team to go on the road. This is their first road game. So, you know, we don't know how they're going to react on the road. They've had 5 games at home. My personal thought is I think the change of venue is going to help them. Mm-hmm. I think that, you know, they're going to like the idea of getting away and, you know, and being at a different setting and changing up the routine a little bit. It's what this team needs now. It's 2 losses. Let's change things up a little bit. I think the first road game comes at a perfect time.
All right, now let's talk about bowls. Oh, sounds like there's someone knocking on the door. Come in.
Gentlemen, special delivery from the PapaJohns.com Bowl Committee.
Oh, thank you
Perfect
very
timing.
much. Wow, PapaJohns.com Bowl, which of course is one of the potential bowls, and looks like if Rutgers finishes in 5th place is where they would go. And look, right here in the menu, we've got some fast facts. PapaJohns.com Bowl replaced the Birmingham Bowl in 2006. It's played at the 71,000-seat Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama.
I bet it's not sold out for this game.
Well, you would think it probably wouldn't be sold out. The game would be played December 22nd.
Because I'll tell you why. Because nobody should spend Christmas in Alabama.
That's a very good point against a Conference USA opponent. So you know, a fine team like East Carolina, perhaps.
It's a possibility Memphis.
Now. And finally, I learned today if you go on to PapaJohns.com, you can get if you buy a large specialty pie, you get a 1-topping. Large pizza for just 99 cents, and we've got some pie here. What else bowl-wise, Tom? Well,
why do I have a feeling this might be the press box food at the Papa John's Bowl? Well, you know, there's a couple of situations. You know, what's going to happen if you assume that Rutgers beats Syracuse this week, which I think they will? Mm-hmm. Their whole bowl prospects come down to 2 games in my mind. It'll be how they do against South Florida at home, and then against West Virginia the following week at home. Is it good? You know, and then you're looking at really 4 or 5 bowl possibilities. It starts with this game, this Papa John's, and obviously the delicious pizza. Mm-hmm. You know, you're talking about the possibility of the Sun Bowl, December 29th. I'm sorry, December 31st. You got the Meineke Car Care Bowl, December 29th in Charlotte. You have the International Bowl, January 5th in Toronto. You have the BCS game for the winter. Mm-hmm. You have the Gator Bowl. Well, so, you know, there's a lot of possibilities out there, and I don't think we have any idea right now where Rutgers is, because let's be honest, they could turn this whole thing around. I even brought a Rose Bowl. I know you were big on Rutgers going to the Rose Bowl last year. They could still turn this. If they run the table, They could be in a BCS game. I know that sounds silly. I mean, that's how wide open this thing is right now. We just, you know, you can't make a prediction because they have so many key games left, so many important games left. And as I said, I think South Florida and West Virginia will tell us which way to go. If we're going pizza or we're going BCS.
I have a question about the bowl. Do you ever use this special garlic sauce? Does anybody use that?
I would. I have to be honest with you. I've never ordered from Papa John's.
Never ordered from Papa John's.
Not once. But I'll change that. You know, if listen, we got to go to Birmingham. I'll bring my own pepperoni.
We'll be eating plenty of it if we go to Birmingham, and we have some more to eat here.
By the way, Steve, I'm going Rutgers 42-17.
I'm going with pepperoni next time. Thanks for watching.
Good call.